Brief profile description of the zodiac signs. Aries. Aries are the pioneers of the zodiac. Qualities: cardinal fire. Key phrase: I am. Keyword: action. Virtue: courage. Defect: arrogance. Rulership: natural ruler of the first house. Ruling planet: Mars. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the ruling planet is Mars, the planet of action. People born under the sign of Aries are action-oriented and competitive. They strive to be first in everything, often to the point of ignoring the rights and feelings of others. If they can learn to temper their aggressiveness with diplomacy and tact, they can accomplish much. They are natural leaders. They like to start things for others to finish because they become bored, and want to move on to some new challenge. Aries tend to be dynamic, impulsive, quarrelsome, easily bored, aggressive, enthusiastic, and forceful. Typical interests of Aries: themselves, challenges of any sort, being a leader, starting things for others to finish. Aries never admit defeat. They will keep on fighting and striving, until they either succeed or death overtakes them. They ask no quarter, and give none. Aries have great willpower and confidence in themselves. If they control their aggressive nature, there is virtually no limit to their accomplishments. When Aries is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Aries, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by influences such as impulsive events, energy, enthusiasm, action, perhaps even strife. Taurus. Taurus are the accumulators and builders of the zodiac. Qualities: fixed earth. Key phrase: I have. Keyword: possessions. Virtue: reliability. Defect: stubbornness. Rulership: natural ruler of the second house. Ruling planet: Venus. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Venus, the planet of beauty and grace. Tauruses appreciate beautiful things, whether it be art, music, or nice clothing. Tauruses like the good things in life, and usually focus their energies on acquiring material possessions and money. They pursue with great zest everything that will satisfy their desires. This can be pleasure, comfort, or wealth. Some of the characteristics of Taurus are materialism, laziness, patience, practicality, steadiness, and endurance. They are somewhat slow, but always finish what they start. Some of the interests of Taurus are comfort, possessions of all sorts. Tauruses are very stable people and are reliable, although usually quite stubborn. These people are usually fiercely loyal to their friends, often burdening themselves with their friends' problems. They also are very jealous people, usually to the extreme. They tend to not be too aware of themselves or their motives. They are great planners, and then they will work hard to make those plans materialize. When Taurus is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Taurus, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Taurus influences, such as profit, slow but steady progress, determination, slow to change, but dynamic when aroused, possessive altitudes. Gemini. Gemini are the communicators and nonconformists of the zodiac. Qualities: mutable air. Key phrase: I think. Keyword: variety. Virtue: alertness. Defect: shallowness. Rulership: natural ruler of the third house. Ruling planet: Mercury. Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Mercury, the planet of mentality and communication. Geminis are probably the most intelligent people of the zodiac. They have quick minds and are curious about virtually everything. The only problem is that they rarely have any self-discipline. Therefore, they lack the staying power to finish what they start. If a Gemini acquires self-discipline, there is nothing he or she cannot achieve. Geminis are the most happy when they are involved in many pursuits at the same time. Mostly they prefer intellectual activities, such as philosophy, writing, talking, or thinking up things for others to do. Geminis need to strive to acquire calmness, because they are in danger of burnout of their nervous system, since they are always stressing their nervous system so much. Geminis tend to be fickle, superficial, witty, inquisitive, intelligent, and versatile. Some Gemini interests are communication of all sorts, travel, being a know-it-all, learning, talking, writing, and reading. When Gemini is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Gemini, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by influences, such as much communication like writing or speaking involved, much mental effort expended, travel, and diversified interests. Cancer. Cancer are the homemakers of the zodiac. Qualities: cardinal water. Key phrase: I feel. Keyword: tenacity. Virtue: caring. Defect: combative. Rulership: natural ruler of the fourth house. Ruling planet: Moon. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the Moon. Cancer is the most sensitive sign, and is the strongest of the water signs. Home and family life are of the utmost importance to Cancers, and they will do whatever is necessary to establish and protect their domestic security. Cancers are easily hurt by the slights of others. These are very complex people, sometimes appearing extremely strong, and at other times to be as vulnerable as a child. Very few people ever really understand Cancers. Cancers are very loving people. Once a love is begun, they never stop loving. However, they can be very cruel enemies. These people are usually shy, even timid, moody, and react more from intuition or emotion than from reason. Cancers tend to be moody, domestically and family-oriented, sensitive, emotional, and tenacious. Some Cancer interests are home, security, and love of country. When Cancer is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Cancer, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Cancer influences, such as mood changes, extreme sensitivity, mothering attitude, need to deal with and be recognized by the general public, often some association with food, much intuition or psychic insight. Leo. Leo are the entertainers and in charge of the zodiac. Qualities: fixed fire. Key phrase: I will. Keyword: power. Virtue: magnanimous or noble. Defect: ostentatious or show-offs. Rulership: natural ruler of the fifth house. Ruling planet: Sun. Leo is the fifth sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the Sun. These are noble and generous people, although they often possess oversized egos. They are overconfident, blunt, and outspoken. These characteristics often cause them to lose friends. Leos are courageous and loyal. They like to be in charge. Leos tend to be romantic, idealistic, ambitious, egotistical, temperamental, loyal, enthusiastic, generous, optimistic, domineering, and affectionate. Leos are strongly attracted to the opposite sex. Some Leo interests are sports and games, achievement, fun, being in the spotlight, and children, especially theirs. When Leo is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Leo, the affairs of that house or planet will be affected by Leo influences, such as enjoyment, king-like rulership, romance, flamboyancy, pomp, optimism, faith, temperamental reactions, and events concerning children. Virgo. Virgo are the craftsmen of the zodiac. Qualities: mutable earth. Key phrase: I analyze. Keyword: service. Virtue: thoroughness. Defect: pettiness or fussiness. Rulership: natural ruler of the sixth house. Ruling planet, Mercury. Virgo is the sixth sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Mercury. Virgos constantly search for knowledge. Virgos are very detail conscious, and do well in any line of work that requires exactness. Virgos are practical and efficient. The single greatest defect of Virgo is that they are very critical of others, even judgmental of others. If they overcome this negative trait, they can attain the highest of spiritual achievement in life. Sometimes they become so immersed in detail that they lose sight of the big picture, and can adversely affect their health. If they learn to discipline their minds to think constructive thoughts, they then usually have very good health and be of great benefit to humanity. Virgos often go into some branch of the medical profession. Probably more Virgos remain unmarried than any of the other signs, because they have difficulty in finding anyone who measures up to their high standards. Virgos tend to be critical, methodical, neat, reliable, practical, mental, industrious, and cautious. Some Virgo interests are fault-finding, helping to improve others, work, details, and perfection. When Virgo is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Virgo, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Virgo influences, such as much discrimination, caution, analysis, work, seeking perfection, health, efficiency, details, craftsmanship, and seeking flaws. Libra. Libra are the diplomats of the zodiac. Qualities: cardinal air. Key phrase: I balance. Keyword: harmony. Virtue: fairness. Defect: indecisiveness. Rulership: natural ruler of the 7th house. Ruling planet: Venus. Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Venus, the planet of beauty and grace. Libras are rarely loners, they want and need companionship. Thus marriage is very important to them. They make good counselors and judges, because they can clearly see both sides of an issue, but sometimes this ability causes problem for them in making decisions. They have a strong sense of justice and fair play. They rarely express anger, but when they do, it is usually a storm. Their anger subsides quickly, however, they do not hold grudges. Anger frequently leaves them feeling ill. Libras are rarely lazy. They work hard, and also demand that their partners work just as hard. Libras tend to be romantic, dependent, fickle, cooperative, gracious, extravagant, and somewhat materialistic. Some of the Libra interests are partnerships, justice, peace, companionship, beauty, and social life. When Libra is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Libra, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Libra influences, such as partnerships, joint enterprises, refined harmony, balance, fairness, beauty, sometimes idealistic, or romantic to the extreme. Scorpio. Scorpio are the detectives of the zodiac. Qualities: fixed water. Key phrase: I desire. Keyword: resourcefulness. Virtue: intense dedication. Defect: vindictiveness. Rulership: natural ruler of the 8th house. Ruling planet: Pluto. Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Pluto. This is an extremely strong sign. No sign is so potent for good or for evil as is Scorpio. Scorpios have strong willpower and an intense emotional drive. Their sex drive and their interest in sex is usually very strong. Scorpios are not halfway people. Whatever they do it with intensity and completeness. They have no fear of death. Because of their strong emotional drive, they need to keep their integrity high, else they fall into undesirable behavior, such as violence, jealousy, hatred, or possessiveness. These people often become workaholics. They drive themselves hard, and usually drive others unmercifully. They despise weakness in self or others. Scorpios love to help others but not for long. because they expect the one who was helped to start helping themselves. They are secretive people. They also are ruthless enemies or competitors. Scorpios tend to be vindictive, sarcastic, heroic, forceful, cynical, secretive, determined, or suspicious. Some Scorpio interests are sex, unraveling mysteries, money of others, and being the unseen power. When Scorpio is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Scorpio, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Scorpio influences, such as secrecy, coercion, deep emotion and desires, jealousy, fighting to the death, possessiveness, forced changes, sometimes a fatalistic attitude, and sometimes an area where meanness prevails. Sagittarius. Sagittarius are the philosophers of the zodiac. Qualities: mutable fire. Key phrase: I see. Keyword: freedom. Virtue: hopefulness. Defect: non-discriminating. Rulership: natural ruler of the ninth house. Ruling planet: Jupiter. Sagittarius is the ninth sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of expansiveness and good fortune. Sagittarians are honest and freedom-loving. No matter how difficult a situation becomes, there always seems to be help for the Sagittarian, because they seem to always be under some sort of protective shield. These are generally spiritual people, but they sometimes become narrow-minded, if they are associated with a social or religious group that has limited vision. These people call the shots as they see them without any embellishment, therefore, they are often considered to be blunt or lacking in tact. People born under the sign of Sagittarius tend to be optimistic, friendly, argumentative, and generally easygoing. Some Sagittarius interests are religion, philosophy, traveling, especially foreign, horses, law, books, publishing, and giving advice. When Sagittarius is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Sagittarius, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Sagittarian influences, such as good fortune, abundance, optimism, lack of discrimination, where hunches plays a significant role, foreign people or things, helping others to find themselves, philosophy, and humor. Capricorn. Capricorns are the organizers of the zodiac. Qualities: cardinal earth. Key phrase: I use. Keyword: ambition. Virtue: respectfulness. Defect: condescending. Rulership: natural ruler of the 10th house. Ruling planet: Saturn. Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Saturn. Many astrologers consider this to be the strongest sign of the zodiac. These people are frugal, hard-working, and dedicated to achieving their goals. If they maintain integrity, they can achieve the highest of accomplishments. These are practical people. They will let nothing stand in their way. They are undefeatable enemies and loyal friends. They are neat and methodical. They do not function well for long in subordinate positions. They need to be in charge, even if it is in a small way. Capricorns, as a rule, live to a ripe old age. They are old when they are young, and young when they are old. Capricorns tend to be serious, frugal, ambitious, realistic, cautious, responsible, warriors, and hard-working. Some Capricorn interests are business, material success, and being in charge. When Capricorn is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Capricorn, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Capricornian influences, such as self-discipline, ambition, coldness, serious attitude, desire for status, frugality, in some cases cheapness, public ambitions, hard work, and responsibility. Aquarius. Aquarius are the reformers of the zodiac. Qualities: fixed air. Key phrase: I know. Keyword: independence. Virtue: friendliness. Defect: eccentricity. Rulership, natural ruler of the 11th house. Ruling planet, Uranus. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Uranus. This is the sign of brotherhood and friendship. They are loyal friends. These are tireless workers, and prefer to work in some endeavor that has humanitarian benefits. They have great desire for material gain, but are not greedy. They are willing to work for what they want, and do not demand more than their fair share. Because they take their work seriously, they are usually a bundle of nerves inside. This can make them get ill frequently. However, to outward appearances, they seem to be calm. With Aquarians, what you see is what you get. They do not put on facades or affectations. They have great dislike for hypocrisy. These are determined, stubborn, and often argumentative people. They have the ability to stir up much dislike toward themselves. People born under the sign of Aquarius tend to be tactless, independent, naive, broad-minded, dogmatic, rebellious, and impersonal. Some Aquarian interests are helping others, friends, astrology, truth, and politics. When Aquarius is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Aquarius, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by Aquarian influences, such as need for freedom and independence, unconventional behavior or altitudes, humanitarian ideals, artistic talents displayed, friends, sudden changes and events, expensive tastes, much originality and inventiveness, use of scientific and electrical methods. Pisces. Pisces are the martyrs of the zodiac. Qualities: mutable water. Key phrase: I believe. Keyword: compassion. Virtue: charitableness. Defect: easily influenced. Rulership: natural ruler of the 12th house. Ruling planet: Neptune. Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the planet Neptune. These are very sensitive people, who are responsive to the thoughts and feelings of others. They always want to do the right things, but usually have little willpower. They are unable to make up their own minds. They are not combative. They will suffer rather than fight for their rights. They have a martyr complex. They often make excellent artists in all fields of art. They use their vivid imaginations to think up ideas many others wouldn't. Pisces are blind to any faults in anyone they love. Pisces tend to be sensitive, impressionable, changeable, daydreaming, compassionate, psychic, and careless. Some interests of Pisces are hospitals, medicine, pets, drugs, thinking, and serving others. These kind souls can also be moody though when things aren't going their way, and their generous nature makes them easily taken advantage of by less selfless types. Pisces are incredibly generous and known for putting others' needs before their own. It's important to them that the people they care about are happy, even if it sometimes comes at the expense of their own happiness. When Pisces is on any house cusp, or when any planet is in Pisces, the affairs of that house or that planet will be affected by influences, such as, subject to sympathy and understanding, mystical experiences, and secret activities. Thanks for watching.